Are you buying my theory that this is a playoff game, that the winner has a real good shot and the loser is going home?
Absolutely. I think the AFC is very weak, so it's soft in the middle. It's kind of strong with a couple teams at the top, but this game is hugely important. If the Browns continue to lose, they're out of it. And I think the Steelers surprised a lot of people with how well they played, and if they can win, I think that FBI has them at more than a 65% chance of making the playoffs if they win tonight.
You buying the Steelers. Let's talk about Pittsburgh here. Let's talk about the job their coach has done losing his quarterback week 1 and getting them to this point.
I am all in on the Steelers, and Mike Tomlin, to me, has to be mentioned as a Coach of the Year candidate for the job that he's done with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're almost playing like throwback Steelers football. Right. Great defense. You know, the offense is okay. They want to run the ball, but that defense, I mean, look, they got 26 takeaways. That's second in the NFL right now. They're able to get after the passer. This defense travels, and that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers have.
This year, they've been very aggressive in going out and adding parts like Minkah Fitzpatrick. The other thing that's interesting, you're saying Mike Tomlin, Coach of the Year. Let that be a lesson for all the coaches that we want to fire on a regular basis. Because 1 year ago, we were talking about how Mike Tomlin had lost the team, out of touch with the players, couldn't connect with them. Time to make a change. There were so many people that said that last year, and now we got D. Woody giving him Coach of the Year, which he's in the discussion for, absolutely.
He has to be. Think about what he's endured between the whole Antonio Brown saga, between the Le'Veon Bell saga last year, between losing Ben Roethlisberger, a Hall of Fame quarterback, starting 0-3 when all hope really should have been lost. Think about everything he's endured.
So I asked Ryan Clark yesterday on the show, who played for him, why he's been able to create this type of culture there. And Ryan told a story about how Mike Tomlin cared more about Ryan's well-being than winning a particular game. That type of stuff is culture that builds, and that's not something you get in most organizations. That place is really special. And the point you made about Minkah Fitzpatrick, I think it's easy to point to him as the reason because of this, because he's the new addition, but he's not even the best player on that defense right now in my mind. TJ Watt is the guy who he's leading the league in pass rush win rate. He's creating those problems that makes this defense play so well.
I'll say one other thing about Tomlin also. All the stuff that has happened with Antonio Brown since he left Pittsburgh, I think makes Tomlin look better. Because you think to yourself, at one point we thought, how can he not have Antonio Brown under better control? And now we think to ourselves, my goodness, it's a miracle he held it together
and we're talking about TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick. Think about this. We've known the Steelers for so long as Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. They're all gone, and they're winning in a different way right now.
Right. Can I ask you just very quickly, we talked about this briefly this morning, what do you think they think their future is at quarterback? Is Mason Rudolph their plan? Do you think they are still looking? They'll get Ben back next year ostensibly, but they have to be looking beyond that.
They think they're getting Ben back next year, but I don't know. Listen, this is a serious deal that he's coming off of, and he still has to prove that he can get back. They think that Mason Rudolph is a fairly capable quarterback. I think he still has to prove that. I think that what we've seen so far isn't enough to convince people to say, boy, we can cast our lot with this guy right now, but they think he's going to be the guy.
The point you made a moment ago is how they are winning in a different way, I think is a hallmark of a great coach. All the great coaches that we have, or even really good coaches, have found a way to transition, whether it be midseason, offseason, to play differently, different styles of team. We see that in New England, we see it in Baltimore, and we see that in Pittsburgh.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.